Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me today. This is sort of a follow-up video of a layout I did quite a while ago, and I'll show you the layout. It was this one, and I have a lot more photos from this day. We went to the beach here in one of the other Emirates, and we had a lovely time on the beach, and I have quite a few photos of that day that I wanted to document. But as I've said before in previous videos, I usually choose 1 or 2 photos that I scrap, like this type of in this type of layout, and then the rest of the photos of the day or the event, I try to scrap them in sort of pocket page type thingies, you know. So today I'm going to be showing you how I scrap the pocket page bits of this day, of how, you know, we spent the day there. So I'm going to be putting this aside, and the collection I'm going to be using is obviously the one I used in the other on that page, and it's the Bella BLVD Island Escape collection. So I've also got some Studio Calico here, and this is sort of like a summer vibe collection, and I thought of using this Hello Sunshine, or maybe just cutting out the glasses or doing something with it, because this pink doesn't really go with any of the pink in here, and I really liked this one, the summer vibes. This pink is a bit more relates a bit more to this, a bit more, but the black is very stock, so don't know, but I really like this one and this card. However, the green isn't the right green, but I could always do something with it. So the rest of these cards, I don't think I will be using them. I'm not sure from what collection they are, or you know, when they came out. So what I did a year ago or so, I just bought like a warehouse box or grab bags from the Studio Calico sale. So I really don't know where they which collection they come from. And what I also have from Studio Calico is these little word stickers, and you see the green goes really well with the green of the collection, and then this little arrows and stars and hearts, this also sort of goes really nicely with this collection, I thought. Okay, this is also from Studio Calico, and I don't know if you this drink really reminds me of the drink I have in my hand, so I might just put this onto this layout, and you know, the rest onto the other layouts. But yeah, so what I've got to be working with is obviously the beautiful stickers that goes in this collection, the ephemera, which is basically just the flowers and so on, and this is some offcuts that I have. Now the thing is that I do realize that this beach is not a tropical beach, and this collection is called Island Escape, which is very tropical and all of that. This is a beach for a desert. There's not a palm tree in sight or any vegetation. However, it felt very, you know, very relaxing and lovely, and you know, summer vibes type thing. And we had lots of peace and quiet, you know, summer vibes, peace and quiet. So I thought, you know, this collection would go really nicely, and I am going to be adding lots of flowers and leaves to add some color to the photos, because it's basically, they are very there's a lot of sand, or like a sandy color in the photos. So anyway, let me get going. Okay, so I've started picking out my photos that I wanted to use in my pocket page bit of the layout, and I'm going to be using those 3 photos. Just apologies for that, the reflection of my light in that photo, the top one. That's just how my setup is. Sorry for that. I really liked all the stickers in that 6x12 sticker sheet, so I'm going to take that one little flag or banner that says relax, and I'm going to be sticking it right on top of that photo of my feet in the sand, in the surf. Well, you can't actually call it surf because it's almost like a lake, the water, there's no waves. I'm also going to be using those two little that one little acrylic piece, or that rubber piece, that's from Studio Calico, and I'm just going to be sticking it right below that word relax. And I had to cut a lot out of this video because I was all over the place with the color scheme of this page, and you'll see that this was my original color scheme. I wanted to bring in the green and the yellows and the pinks and the reds and oranges and all of that. And I'm going to fussy cut that glass, the shades, the glasses out, and but I'm not going to use them on this specific layout. And I wanted to bring in all the colors of this collection. And you'll see I'm cutting out that, what's that, a 4x6 card. But yeah, that doesn't make this layout. So then I decided I needed to stick to blue because most of the colors, besides the sandy color, all of these photos are all blue. So I'm going to be adding another one of my photos at the top left hand, in the top left hand sleeve. And what I did was I took a photo of that had my son in, teeny tiny little spot of him in the sea, and I added those chipboard stickers over him. You'll see that the A is added over him. Okay, so this is where my color scheme is going to change a little bit. I did get rid of the green at the bottom. I really didn't think that the green was working with the overwhelming blue in the layout. I do add some of those chipboard waves down at the bottom to those two little journaling cards, and I do add that journaling card from the Studio Calico kit, and I add a chipboard flower to that card as well. And I do realize that there's a little bit of pink in that card, but it really doesn't mind. I like the, I don't mind it. I like the pink, the pop of color that adds. Okay, so one other thing I just want to point out is that I did do a black doodly line around my layout and around the photo and the matting of the photo. And as you can see here in this journaling card, there's some doodly little squiggle or some like wave thingies that remind me of these little waves. Okay, so I'm going to do some black outlining around each of these photos as well. So this does take me a while, and I'm not going to let you watch all the outlining, so I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. I had some trouble with my Sharpie in any case. It's on its last legs. So that is basically going to be it for this layout. I am going to now be doing my journaling, and I'm just going to use my T-square ruler there to draw some nice lines. And my journaling is basically just about how we decided to have a random drive up the coast, and then we found the spot and we just settled there for the afternoon. And luckily we had the kids swimming things in the car, so that was lovely. They could have a lovely day. I do add a little sticker from the 6x12 sticker sheet right over there that says Ocean Breeze, and then I do add another little, it's a that little sticker that says wave after wave onto that photo of this, well, the waves sort of supposed to be breaking onto the beach, but there's really no waves. So that is it for this layout. Now the next bit, I'm going to be focusing on a different color scheme, and my photos that I've chosen had a lot more yellow or orange, red, and a little bit of pink in it. So this is my chance now to bring in the different colors in this collection. And I am going to be bringing in a lot of that orange and the yellows and pink. I love this little cut apart card from the Bella BLVD collection. It says soak up the sun, and really it was very hot that day, and unfortunately we didn't have sunscreen with us, but we weren't in the sun for very long, so we really did soak up the sun. And this was my chance to use those shades that I fussy cut out. I did want to put something on the top right hand corner of the shades, just so that they look a bit more zhuzhed up and tropical. So not that we're in a tropical place, but I wanted them to have something, the shades, just to draw your eye to it. And I went through the ephemera pack and I got some of the flowers out just to add there to that top right hand shade over there. This is also that little card with the suns, 3 little suns. That's also a Studio Calico card. And then I went to my Freckled Fawn stash and I found these little rubber embellishments. I don't end up using them, but anyway, they're gonna make an appearance, but I don't end up using them in the end. That little sentiment there that says hello sunshine, that was on the pocket page card with the shades, and I just cut it out and I'm going to use it as a sentiment on the top of that photo of my daughter on the top left hand corner. Now this little sticker that I've got going there says float your boat or something, or floating about, I think, and it's like a little tab. So I just cut off the top part of the tab and I'm going to be putting it right on the bottom of that left hand bottom photo. I know it's blue and I'm not adding a lot of blue to this layout, but I am going to be adding a little pink heart to that little to that sticker in the end, so that it does bring in some more pink. That little flag or banner sticker says summertime, and I really like the way that the pink works with the reds and the oranges that I've got going on in that photo, in the 2 photos at the bottom, with the boat that my husband and my sons are in. So I loved this color scheme with this layout that I'm doing. I'm just going to stick it all down with my ATG, and I'm not going to be doing, I think, any chipboard on this layout. The previous one I did put chipboard on it, so I didn't want this layout or this side of the pocket page to be too thick. You know, otherwise it ends up warping pages and so on. So yeah, I didn't do any chipboard on this layout. I'm also going to be outlining the photos, and you'll see that if I get stuck and I don't know what to do next, I usually go for outlining, and then I sort of come up with new ideas on what to do. And there's all the outline. Now, to bring in some more yellow to the top part of my layout, I added that little word sticker that says paradise right onto the photo. And my son is lying upside down in the water. He's got his goggles on and he was just enjoying looking at the little rocks and there's tiny little fish swimming, and it was, you know, quite sweet of him. So this is going to be the final pocket page addition to this series of layouts that I'm making for this day at the beach that we had. And you'll see that those little rubber pieces are making an appearance, and I desperately tried to make them work. I think that they were so cute and fun, so I really wanted to make them work, but none of them do make the layout in the end. I added that chipboard flower from the Bella BLVD collection because it really worked really well with the colors of my daughter's swimming costume. This little speech bubble that says like is from Freckled Fawn, and I just put it up there above my son's head because he's so cute staring up there with his little goggles that are sea stars. That is a little sticker that says fun that I'm adding to the inside of that little floral cluster that I've going there. And you are hearing Lucy in the background. She's evidently just woken up from her afternoon nap. She's calling me, but she goes on, and you know. So I do end up doodling around the edges as well. I really love the effect that this doodly aspect gives to the photos. I love it. So that top photo needed a little bit of pink. So I just fussy cut one of the smaller flowers out from one of the pattern papers in the collection, and I'm just going to add it there. Now these little brown alphas are also from Studio Calico. I've got no idea which year, which collection it's from. As I said, I bought a warehouse box and that was in there. So that middle photo says look, and that bottom photo says ew, because if you look closely, Etienne is showing sort of a clam or something to her, to Emma, and at first she's interested, and then when she sees the gooey bit inside, she completely freaks out and she runs away. So I'm really glad that I caught that on camera. I do have this little horizontal pocket that I have to fill, and it's quite a weird pocket. I don't know, you know, how are you supposed to fill it, but I do make a plan. And I use that beautiful paper with the pineapples on it, and I'm going to be sticking a chipboard pineapple on it and then some chipboard letters on it from the 12 by 12 chipboard sheet, and it's going to say summer. I love the way that I brought all the colors together in this specific layout. It is a very all the photos are, you know, they've got the greens, the blues, the pinks and the aquas and all of that. And there you'll see that I'm just adding the word summer to that horizontal little pocket there. And that is it. Okay, so I've now finished with this little break that we had with our day at the beach. And this is my layout that I started off with, and I just added these little word sentiments from the collection. And then this was the first bit of photos I took. This was of the beach. I did my journaling over here, and as you can see, I kept everything nice and blue on this page because of the overwhelming blue on this photo. On this page I went more orange and pinky because of the boats that my husband and sons are sitting in, and also there's a little bit of pink in Emma's swimming costume. With this layout, it's just with the kids playing in the water, and I tried to bring all the colors together in this layout because there was a lot of these pink, blue, green in this layout, so I just brought all the colors together. And that is how I put together an event that has more than one photo that I can scrapbook. I hope you enjoyed this process, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!